Shakahola Ranching Company Limited, which owns the land on which the bodies are being exhumed from, has refuted the reports that it sold the vast land to the controversial preacher Paul Makenzie, who they call a squatter.
4 months into the Shakahola deaths probe, and the blame game on who should take liability for failing to protect Kenyans continues, even as families who lost their loved ones continue to seek justice. Human rights bodies and the Law Society of Kenya say justice will be hard to get due to the government's decision to transfer security officers under whose watch the incident happened.
Have been prudent at the time to transfer the officers from that area, but we would like to follow up and hold them liable for the lapses in intelligence and in criminal investigations.
We note that transfer may not have been adequate. They needed to be screened early on before they had opportunity probably to regroup and have some other story.
In the submissions to the Senate had a committee investigating the Shakahola deaths, the human rights bodies and LSK painted a picture of how survivors of Shakahola are mistreated at the rescue center and the human rights violated. According to LSK, the government has also been opaque in the handling of the issue.
The police officers are extremely open to working with us, but the Ministry of Interior.
Any attempt to restrict media or human rights organizations or the public's right to know is immediately a step in the direction of a cover-up.
But just who owns the land where more than 300 Kenyans lost their lives?
Makenzie seemed to have enjoyed the ownership of this facility up to now that you're coming out clearly.
Whatever land Mr. Makenzie was holding was never sold to him by either the directors of Shakahola Ranching Company or their shareholders. Those were squatters selling to each other, but it was not part. The people who are selling the land are not members of Shakahola Ranching Company.
And even as the Shakahola Ranching Company denied any liability over the massacre, shareholders of the company, through their lawyer Philip Kaingu, told the committee that they were aware of squatters who had encroached on their land but not their activities. The company, which had acquired 100,000 acres before selling half of it to the government, was later put under receivership due to a debt they owed Continental Credit Finance Limited and Francis Mulwa.
Were you aware that people are being buried there? Were you aware that, some very outrageous teachings using religion were being conducted there?
The creditors, Continental Credit Limited and Francis Mulwa, are being paid. Upon them being paid, the official receiver would not have any further mandate and would have fulfilled the obligation.
The Senate committee has 21 days to conduct its probe before tabling a report on the floor of the House. The ad hoc committee says it is likely to request for more time should they fail to conclude on time. Brenda Zeda Rajido, KTN News.
All right.